Do you like mysteries? To wander through the enigmatic mist of the inexplicable? Great. I'm Merc, and here you'll find what you're looking for. Welcome to my domains. The truth dissolves into the mist.
The screen fills with static. A low-frequency hum pulses beneath the noise. Then a voice breaks through, calm, official, unmistakably urgent. This is an emergency broadcast. Please remain calm. And then, without warning, the signal cuts. No explanation, no follow-up, no record in official history. Across different decades, countries, and political systems, emergency broadcast messages have appeared on radios, televisions, and digital networks, only to end abruptly. Some lasted seconds, others nearly a minute. None delivered the threat they warned about. Governments later denied their significance, blamed technical failures, or refused to comment entirely. Yet recordings survived, copied by civilians who felt something was wrong the moment the signal went silent. Emergency broadcast systems are not casual tools. They are designed for nuclear threats, biological disasters, foreign invasions, and events that demand immediate population-level control. Activating them requires multiple layers of authorization. Procedures are rehearsed. Messages are scripted, reviewed, and tested. An unfinished broadcast should not happen, and yet it has happened repeatedly. In 1971, in the United States, a national emergency signal was accidentally transmitted during what officials later described as a routine test error. But listeners reported something unsettling. The message did not follow the standard test script. It contained pauses, tonal inconsistencies, and phrasing not found in any official documentation. Before clarification could be issued, the transmission stopped mid-sentence. No correction followed for several hours. Years later, in the United Kingdom, a similar incident occurred during a regional broadcast interruption. Television screens went black, replaced by text instructing citizens to stay indoors and await further information. The message froze. Audio distortion followed, then nothing. The official explanation cited a software malfunction. But internal memos later leaked showed engineers could not reproduce the failure under test conditions. If these were isolated events, they might be dismissed as coincidences. But they are not isolated. Japan experienced abrupt emergency alerts in the late 1990s that never escalated into warnings. Russia recorded radio transmissions during the Cold War that initiated emergency tones without verbal follow-through. In South America, local stations have logged emergency override attempts that failed seconds after activation, leaving only fragments of recorded audio behind. What makes these cases disturbing is not only the interruption, but the timing. Many occurred during periods of heightened geopolitical tension, unusual atmospheric activity, or unexplained military movements. Some coincided with classified exercises that remain sealed to this day. Others happened with no known trigger at all. Survivors who heard these broadcasts describe a shared sensation, a sense that the message was not meant to be heard yet, that the interruption was not a failure, but a containment. The words often used are premature, unauthorized, intercepted. In some archived recordings, background audio can be heard beneath the official voice, clicking sounds, distant tones. In rare cases, what sounds like another transmission bleeding through, as if multiple signals were competing for the same channel. Audio analysts have noted frequencies inconsistent with civilian broadcast equipment. Governments insist emergency systems are isolated, secure, and controlled, but leaked documents suggest otherwise. In several countries, emergency networks were integrated with military early warning systems. space surveillance data, and automated threat detection algorithms. This means that in certain scenarios, a broadcast could be triggered not by human decision, but by a system reacting faster than its operators. If that is true, then these unfinished broadcasts may represent moments when something was detected, evaluated as catastrophic, and then rapidly reclassified. Or worse, moments when the system itself was silenced. Consider this. If a genuine global threat were identified, one that authorities believed could cause mass panic, economic collapse, or irreversible damage if revealed too early, would the public be told immediately? Or would the message be stopped until certainty was achieved? In 2013, several European monitoring stations recorded emergency override attempts that were aborted milliseconds before transmission. These events were not disclosed publicly. They were found years later through Freedom of Information requests. No explanation was given for what triggered them. The question is not whether emergency broadcasts can fail. The question is why so many of them fail at the exact moment when information should be delivered, and why the records of what they were meant to say are often missing, redacted, or classified. Some researchers believe these interruptions align with near-miss events, nuclear false alarms, asteroid detection errors, unknown objects entering restricted airspace. Others suggest something even more unsettling, that emergency systems have, on rare occasions, detected threats not fully understood by those who built them. There is a final detail that rarely gets mentioned. In several unfinished broadcasts, the opening line is identical across different countries and decades. Not similar, identical, word for word, as if drawn from the same unseen script. This is an emergency broadcast. Please remain calm. And then silence. Silence after an emergency warning is not neutral. It is an absence that demands explanation. And when that explanation never comes, the silence becomes part of the message itself. In classified risk assessment models, there is a category of events labeled informationally destabilizing. These are scenarios where public awareness may cause more damage than the event itself. Economic collapse, uncontrollable migration, breakdown of civil order. Some analysts argue that emergency broadcasts may be intentionally interrupted when a detected threat enters this category, not because it is harmless, but because it is too disruptive to reveal without preparation. Former communication engineers have spoken anonymously about kill switches embedded within broadcast systems. Protocols designed to halt a transmission instantly if higher authorities intervene. These switches leave no public trace, no log accessible to civilian auditors. When activated, the system behaves as if nothing ever happened, but recordings remain, and patterns emerge. In multiple unfinished broadcasts, the interruption occurs just before specific trigger phrases, words associated with location, time frame, or nature of the threat. It is as if the message is allowed to warn, but not to explain. Fear without context. Alert without instruction. One leaked document from the early 2000s references something called deferred disclosure scenarios. Situations where information is temporarily suppressed until verification reaches absolute certainty. The problem is that in fast-moving crises, certainty may arrive too late. There are also cases that defy any conventional explanation. Shortwave radio operators have captured emergency tone sequences originating from unknown sources, broadcasting on frequencies reserved for national alerts, but not traceable to any country. These signals follow the same tonal structure as official systems, yet do not match any registered transmitter. They begin correctly, they end abruptly, and they never repeat. In 2018, during a routine satellite maintenance window, several broadcasters across different continents experienced micro-interruptions that triggered emergency override visuals without audio. Engineers later stated the systems behaved as if they received an incomplete command packet, as if the instruction to alert arrived, but the data explaining why never did. Some researchers believe these events suggest interference rather than malfunction, not hacking in the traditional sense, but signal collision. Multiple systems attempting to assert priority at the same moment. Others believe the explanation is simpler and more disturbing, that emergency broadcasts sometimes reveal truths authorities are not ready to face themselves, that the interruption is not a decision, but hesitation. There is a psychological dimension as well. Studies show that an unresolved warning creates deeper long-term anxiety than a fully explained threat. The human mind fills gaps with worst-case scenarios. In this sense, unfinished emergency broadcasts may have shaped modern paranoia more than any confirmed disaster. And yet, the systems remain active, updated, expanded, integrated into smartphones, smart TVs, connected vehicles, more pervasive than ever, which raises a final question. If another unfinished emergency broadcast were to occur today, globally synchronized, across multiple platforms, would it be noticed as an anomaly, or would it disappear into the constant noise of alerts, notifications, and digital interruptions? Perhaps the most unsettling possibility is this: that some of these broadcasts were never mistakes, that they were warnings sent too early, cancelled too fast, and buried too deeply to be remembered, or that they were never meant for us at all, because one day an emergency broadcast may begin, and this time it may not cut to silence. And when it doesn't, there may be no time left to ask why the others did.
Did you like this mystery? And what is your theory? Leave your thoughts in the comments. And if you enjoyed it, then like and share. I'm Merc, and I'll be waiting for you in the next mystery.